All the druid ascendancies are finally revealed, and it's time to choose my league starter. Avatar of Evolution and Reactive Growth instantly sold me on the Shaman. With all of the info we have now, I'm pretty sure this will be my Tonky league starter, called Werewolf Shaman. What's up guys, Pidget here. The build concept is we will use Werewolf and all of the core abilities that this form can provide us. Lunar Assault to freeze the target, and this is a very quick attack as you can see here in the showcases, and has decent built-in AoE as well. And when you freezing a target, you can rip off ice shards from the target with your rake ability, and this is the Werewolf basic attack, and this is a multiple hitting ability with a big finishing effect at the end, and it will rip off ice shards. And how you can detonate the ice shards? Ice shards can be detonated by your pounce and your cross slash. Pounce is a move and skill ability that is literally you pouncing, leaping on the target, and you will kill the trash monsters and also applying a mark on the target. And if you killing that target, you will summon a wolf, and the wolves will deal damage as well, and also can provide, in my opinion, some sort of utility setup, like they can maybe, you know, supported by blind, exposure, maim, and so on, that we can increase or damage even further, or the Tonkiness. And the other ability is the cross slash. Cross slash is a cooldown based ability. It will pull all of the ice shards from the ground to the target and explode it. In the showcase by GGG, they showed this one in action, and honestly it's looking kind of disgusting in my opinion. This is how I was imagining it. So the main thing, we will need to scale a lot of attack speed, and then when you finishing up all of your ice shards from the target, it will explode and it will be deal that much damage. Although we don't know what gear they was using it, I hope it's not like mirror tier gear, but from the testing that we were doing soon on the league start, we will see if that was realistic damage or they was just cheating with dev items. And while you just mapping or just, you know, going through the campaign, you don't need to worry about the multiple button playstyle. I feel like Lunar Assault will have enough damage to just take care for the trash monsters, such as, like, you know, the white and the blue monsters, and maybe on rares you need to press occasionally another button. But I can imagine with gear you can literally just go using your Lunar Assault, and basically that's it. So it will be a one button playstyle, but on bosses you will have to use multiple buttons. I'm pretty damn confident about this one, guys. Unless we will have some sort of insane gear, you will not shred through the enemy with your Lunar Assault, especially bosses. Once again, as always guys, with a new build, new class, new ascendancies, I need to put here a disclaimer. This is a pretty damn new class, untested. There is so many new things about this, we don't know the interactions and so on, so please keeping this one in mind, and please have a backup plan if this is not working out. But luckily we have multiple forms that we can choose, such as like the bear and the wyvern, and also the bear was looking pretty damn good, but today we will focus on the werewolf. Once again, I teamed up with Mobalytics, and all of my written guides will be here, and you can easily just follow the build and favorite it, so you will get instantly all of the good updates that I will publish in the first few hours into the league immediately, because we're missing the skill tree, right? So without that one will be a kind of hard in my opinion. But the thing is, I will update constantly this whole guide, and there will be many updates for this one, so please keep eye on this guide page, and you will get all of the informations that you need to know. And also you can see here there is so many goodies that you can already use as guidance, such as like the Ascendancy options, campaign bonus, how to scale the damage, Tonkiness, the strength and weakness, and later on there will be the build of variants, and also the gear, and also I have a stat priority list as well, and also later on the skill gems as well. Right now there is a few placeholder skills, at least this will help you on Act 1, and basically after that hopefully we will getting the updated skill tree for the whole site, and even maybe path of building as well. This time I want to start with the Ascendancy, because this is got very recently published by GGG. This is the final Druid Ascendancy Shaman, and this will be my league starter plan slash idea. So first thing first, I will talk about what nodes I want to take and why. So the first node I feel like that I want to take early levels. Okay, so we're talking about early levels when you're finishing your first Ascendancy, your first trial, and that is the turning of the seasons. Why? Enemies in your presence have exposure and also gain 10% of damage as extra of random element. A very, very strong node, especially early on, because you will have immediately exposure, right? And you will be in melee range every single time. So this will be have 100% uptime and also increasing your damage a little bit as well, and also you don't need to use, for instance, the frost bomb and all of this, annoyingness that you would need to press for the early exposure in the campaign. And the next node is thinking about taking the wisdom of the Maji. Gain the benefits of bonded modifiers on runes and idols. What is the bonded modifiers? You can see here every single rune will have a bonded modifier if you're taking this node. As you can see here, this is just for one single example, because I can see it, all of the other ones will have some sort of, pretty decent option. Maybe like less elemental damage taken or just maximum elemental resistance. We don't know yet this one, but we know what we can insert in our weapon. Attacks have plus 1.25% to critical hit chance. This is a base critical hit chance base. So technically speaking, if you're inserting 2 of this in your weapon, because you can do that, you will gaining 2.5% extra crit chance. You obviously will using the talismans. Talismans have a very high base critical chance already, and with boosted critical hit chance you can reach like 14%. So you will have like almost 17% base critical hit chance, which is kinda easy to scale from that point, because in the GGG showcase we was already seeing a few crit nodes, so they was not showing it, but you could see literally the icons on the tree. So there is crit scaling action on the druid side of the tree, and that is making very, very easily achievable, especially with that much base critical hit chance. And also it will grant you accuracy rating, which is also kind of good in my opinion, right? So you don't need to worry about the accuracy rating at all. Not like you was having issues with accuracy rating, but later on you don't need to worry about that one either. And now let's talk about the Tonkiness part, guys, because this is why, this is the main reason I choosing this Ascendancy over the Oracle. So the first thing that we were getting, the reactive growth, you can see here, let me zoom in, and here 10% less elemental damage taken. Okay. Already pretty nice, I'm big fan. Adapt to the highest elemental damage type. Of each hit you take, each adaptation grants you 10% less damage taken of that adaptation's type. What is adaptation? Adaptations are gained by taking elemental damage from hits and cause you take less damage of that type of blah blah blah. Okay, who cares? So the thing is, if you're taking any sort of damage, you will gain a corresponding damage reduction. Easy as hell. Now we have a little built-in elemental damage mitigation. Now the next node will make much better this one, Avatar of Evolution. So we will take 5% of the physical damage as cold, fire and lightning damage. It's kinda insane. This is 50% physical damage taken as element. Pretty nice damage reduction against physical damage. And I can tell you that maybe physical damage was the main problem in majority of the builds in my opinion, but also don't forget this will reduce all of the elemental damage taken as well, because the reactive growth. So the thing is, this is a pretty insane combination, and also opens up a lot of options, such as like the good old lightning coil, for instance, or if you're bigger fan, the cloak of flame, right? So 40% physical damage taken as fire, so it's kinda insane. And honestly, gaining that much physical damage reduction against fire and then you taking even less damage from it is just insane. And before you saying, yeah, but sacrificing your armor, maybe it's not that good, but honestly, this is, I feel like it's worth. Even on this build, it's gaining 20% physical damage reduction without any sort of adaptation going, any sort of thing going on, because all of this stuff will active. So this is not only for one element. So this is 15% plus 40, that's 55% already physical damage taken as element, which is kinda insane. And also you will taking less damage because of the line here, and also you adopting that one. So that is kinda insane in my opinion, guys, for Tonkiness side. And also sadly we don't know yet how much is the, you know, like armor scaling, maximum resistance scaling on that one. This is the reasons why I will take the this is the reason why I will take the Shaman over the Oracle, because so maybe Oracle has insane potential, but it's more like, looks like it's gear dependent to me. So the thing is, on League Start you don't have access to nice gear, because if I would have that one, I would immediately start Amazon and then just literally, you know, play as an Amazon and run around like almost 100% crit chance and so on. But this is very, very gear dependent. And by the way, guys, I feel like Amazon will be a pretty insane ascendancy for the werewolf. And also I don't want to reveal my whole stuff, but this so I have a very nice idea, but first I need gear for that one. But that was just a little side topic. Once again, the ascendancy order will be the turning of the seasons, and then it depends on how much runes you already have and what the runes modifiers is it. If it's pretty damn nice, then we will take the wisdom of the Magi on the second trial. If not, then we will take the reactive growth and just run around less elemental damage taken, which is kinda insane. And then we just taking Overtower of Evolution, and literally wisdom of the Magi will be the last one. And once again, if the bonded modifiers is kind of insane, then I can see it, we were taking it earlier, but this is why I said, guys, I'm advising to you to follow the build guide, the page, or just watch me on twitch.tv/Pridget2. This will be a very, very volatile in terms of you know, changes. Just like last league with my Orc Blood Mage build, we was literally updated the build guide every single like 5 minutes or something like that. So it's kind of insane in my opinion. So that's why I saying better to just watch me and just ask a question, what to take now, or what do you take already, or something like that. So this is my final choice, guys, for the Werewolf Shaman League Starter, and I will do this one 100%. And if it fails, then we can effortlessly just swap to Bear. If that is also pretty damn bad, then maybe we will try the Wyvern. If that is bad, then we can try the plants. So many options, and luckily at the start we not really punished by you know if you just swapping around stuff and just trying out too much. Till then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this League Starter video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pridget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pridget. See you next time.